Hey, Todd.
Lajon, what's going on, buddy? Good to see
Hey,
you.
good. Hey, good to see you. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good. And I'll tell you, what a trip because it's probably been about, I don't know, at least 12 years, maybe like 15 years since we talked.
Oh,
I
wow.
honestly wouldn't even expect you to remember. It was, I used to do the afternoon show at CFOX in Vancouver.
Oh, no way. Yes. Okay. Yes.
And yeah,
No
you
way. Of
came
course. I
by
love Canada.
and you did a show called The Rock Report. But
Yes.
fuck, dude, it's been so long, man. So anyway, I've seen every one of your shows, Sevendust shows. That you've come through Vancouver. Big fan, man. I appreciate the
Thank you,
time.
man. I love it in Vancouver. What a beautiful. I can't wait till we get back over there, man. And obviously, while I'm talking to you, that makes sure that something's getting ready to happen. So this is good.
Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah. So I have a lot of questions, but I have a lot of Sevendust fan questions as well. I chuck this
Okay.
shit all over my social media, like fucking ask Lajon a question. So
Okay.
we got it going on today. So,
Oh, let's do it.
but let's get into Truth Killer.
Hmm.
Obviously, that's where we want to start, man. So
Yeah.
released this Friday, the July 28th.
Yes. I'm excited.
It has to be like the best, right? Releasing, finally, people are hearing what you've created.
You know what, man? That pandemic put such a damper on everyone's lives that it was so incredible to be recording Truth Killer and knowing that things are looking like they were going to open up and touring was going to come back out. And then all of a sudden, I'm flying out Saturday to start the tour. Truth Killer's coming out Friday. It's like we're going out with Mammoth and Alter Bridge. It's like this is people are excited. The energy in the air. The last run we did for 2.5 weeks with Alter Bridge, there's a different feeling right now because people were locked up for so long. They're back out in
Mm-hmm.
front of the tour bus at 9 o'clock in the morning, waiting to be the first people in line. The energy is just over the top, and I just look so forward to being back out there in lieu of this album and just being in the face of everyone again and being able to this time not have the mask on and not be able to touch and have this plexiglass thing up when you're doing the meet and greet, and then all of a sudden then take a picture and it's like, wait a minute, why do we have the plexiglass up? I got it. So
Totally.
all that crazy, you know what I mean?
What
All
a
that crazy.
crazy, like, how do you can't even fucking wrap your head around it almost, like how
Yeah.
nuts it was there for those
It
couple of
it
years,
was
right?
so, yes, it was so
Crazy.
crazy and so scary and just wow. I'm just glad that hopefully it's behind us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah.
and we can continue to move forward because I feel music is a medicine and we got to get it out there. That was the reason why we didn't get to tour this album, Blood and Stone, but we made sure we put it out there because everybody was in their damn houses.
Right.
you know?
People still want to hear from you. People still
Yeah,
want to,
exactly.
yeah, follow along and stuff.
We
Like,
could.
so does it feel? I don't know. Like, is it back to as normal as it's going to get?
Oh, that's a good question. Is it back to its normal as it's going to get? I don't think so because I think it's going to get better because I still think there's some people that are still kind of like, let's see. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like let's still see what's going to happen. Is it cool? But as
Yeah.
far as what I've been seeing, it's been great, man. They're showing up, and the venues have been selling out, and it's just a good vibe. But I only think it's going to get better.
Yeah. And what is the recording process for you guys? Like in studio, like when you get inspired, I guess, like when do you send yourself like voice memos and just tons of
So,
notes
no,
on
I
your
don't do
phone
tons. I don't
for
do tons.
song ideas and shit, or
I don't do tons. I don't do tons of that because I like to be in the moment.
hmm,
It depends. And a lot of times, I could be somewhere and something inspired me and I could write something down just to click it and put it in my notes. But
hmm,
a lot of times I like for the music to move me before I start writing a song so I can be involved from the root of it is what I like to call it. Just not, that's more special to me.
hmm,
Uh, and that's what I like to do. And this time around, we did Truth Killer. We were able to take the writing process to a different place where my wife's grandparents left the family a farmhouse, about 300 acres out there. We maintained a small part of it, got some cattle, and we remodeled. Beautiful place, man. I was like, this is crazy. We should do some writing here or
hmm.
have bands come here and write. This is the perfect atmosphere. I'm telling my wife, I'm like, this is, and she was like, Grandma and Grandpa they would love that because Grandma played music and played guitar. and Grandpa watched T-Hall. He lived in the living room at 100 decibels every day. So it was just, there's something that we wanted to do. So anyway, I brought Clint down. We wrote a couple of things. It was incredible. We said, we got to get the band down here, man. So let me tell you what it was like to have Sevendust in the farmhouse. And it was like being kids again. And we had to find somewhere to jam, right? We're setting up in Grandma's room, not her same bed. Of course, it's a different bed, but Morgan's drum kits are in front of Grandma's bed, which used to be that way, John is on a stool. Vinny's on the end of the bed sitting down. Clint's behind the computer, and I got a mic stand. And we were just ripping at the farm, writing songs, waking up in the morning and maybe going running or going to the gym or doing this and that, and then doing it again and moving it into the. I remember one night the sun was going down, and they were in the front bedroom. Everybody, we were all in the front bedroom because we were recording bass and guitar. And I just went around and I had my video camera, and it's so beautiful, just acres and acres of this land. And I turn around and Vinny and John are like in the window of the farmhouse. I'm like, if anyone knew what was happening in this house right now. So, it was really fun. Sorry, the lawn people here. I love when they do that. It was really fun to have that energy and then to pack it up and then to know that we were going to take these songs and go into Elvis's place, which is a completely different setting. Beautiful mansion, indoor pool, the whole thing, the studio's there. We get there, our gear's already set up in the one jam room where we just go in and just start writing music. Everyone pretty much has their own studio set up in their rooms, and then there's another studio set up before we actually get into the real studio. So you're ready. By the time you're going in there, it's just a beehive of music. And then to go to Elvis's place, it reminds me of being a kid and watching that show. Was it Saturday Morning Special? And it was that one episode where the kids were always want to see what was in the magic guy's castle. There's a big mansion. Oh yeah. And then then they finally snuck in, and it was freaking amazing. That's what it's like at Elvis's house when you go in, and you're constantly reminded of how much incredible music that this man has worked with and put out right when you walk in, from the albums, from the floor up to the wall, to the hundreds and hundreds of guitars that, all have stories. I mean, I was sleeping in the master bedroom this last album, and there were Beatle guitars. I mean, just everything was just amazing. You wake up and it's like music, you know what I mean? You can't get away from it. So it was very special for us, and it's our third time working with him, so it's very cool.
It almost feels like it's like impossible to not be inspired.
That's exactly what it's like, man. It's like you're there, you're there, you know why you're there. It ain't no way around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And what do you think you'll take from the Truth Killer sessions, like production wise and in studio wise, that you'll take to like, I'm gonna grab that, I'll take that to the next when we do another album?
Oh man, just everything. Working with Elvis and him is incredible. Jeff and Porterhouse, the team, Josh and Jeff and Elvis. It's only three of them. It's a well-oiled machine, a family machine. I feel like they are part of the band at this point. You know what, man? We trust them. We don't have to be in there like, oh no, man, that don't sound good. You know what I mean? Of course, we get mixes and we're like, hey, maybe this needs to be turned up, or and we all have collective ideas of what we might want to hear. But when you let Elvis and them run with it, it's amazing. They do a good job. They do a perfect job. Mm-hmm. Good morning.
And so all in, like, how long would that take you to record the album? And
I think, I asked my wife, that is so funny. Last night we went to dinner with some friends. Come on, say hello. Say hello. Say good morning.
Hi, good morning.
That's Kingston. He's here. He's here with Daddy right now. All right, I love you. I'm gonna make you a sandwich after I'm done. Okay. All right. Beat it. I love you. No, I'm sorry. No,
we had a couple upstairs.
Yeah. So how old are they?
10 and 8. Or no, sorry, 10 and 12.
Oh, so you know exactly. And then his sissy is 15. Okay. Can't get her out of her bedroom. She's still in the bed, probably. Yeah. But it's summer. Yeah.
No, dude, I know all about that, man.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Daddy, I love you, buddy. I'll see you in a minute. I'm sorry. What was the question?
How long did it take?
Oh, yeah. My wife said I was probably gone for about 45 days.
Wow, that's fast, eh? That's
So
fast.
we get in, but let me tell you how we work. So we get in, and we pretty much have a lot of stuff too. But then we get there and we write stuff, and the day starts at 11 or 12, and that's not even us in the studio with Elvis. That's us working together. May it be me going in to work vocally with Clint.
Mm.
May it be me vocally going in to work with John. May it be John and Clint working on. You know what I mean? It's like something is
Constant
always.
buzz.
Yes, a constant, but and it's so exciting. Sometimes it's like, all right, I'm gonna get up today. I'm in your room at 11 o'clock, and I'll be up there with you until 3, and then I'm gonna go back downstairs with John, and then so it's constantly going. It's pretty cool the way we work when we get in the studio.
That is cool.
And so by the time that I'm done, I'm pretty much resonating. I know it feels good when I have that hum in my body from singing. It's just like a constant. And I'm working, and so I feel conditioned, and it's good to be in that spot with Elvis and being at that point where you're comfortable and everything's going to get done well. So I'm excited. I'm excited for everyone to hear this album Friday.
Oh, dude, same, man, same. Pretty ripped here. I can't wait to hear the whole thing front to back. And like, how long did you sit on that? Because sometimes, sorry,
you have T-shirts to sell. I see the Todd, the cat, your symbol back there. I like that.
Yeah, man. I'll shoot you some shit.
Okay, yeah, definitely. All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Sure. And how long would you sit on that? Because bands sometimes sit on records. I don't know if fans know this, like for fucking months, man.
Oh yeah, we sat on it. We sat on it for a long, just until you're getting ready to hear it now. Now let me tell you what I do.
Like, how long has it been completed for?
Some months.
Yeah,
some months.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I tell you what, I don't listen to the album until it comes out. And the only reason I listened to a couple of songs is because we did the 2-day listening party where people, like I think 1,000 people in 2 days, bought the chance to listen to it before anyone else. And I just wanted to see the response into a couple of songs. Excuse me. And it went so cool to see that they were into it, like Might Let the Devil Win. To see like, oh my God, let me see what they're going to do. And to see them sitting down at the beginning of it, and then in the middle stand up, and by the end everyone's standing up and doing this right here at a listening party. It was like, this is great, man. And me not trying to listen to the whole album because I want to listen to it Friday. The only reason I know the song Fence right now and everything is because we put Fence in the set, and then I have to learn. I know everything because we're getting ready to put it in the set.
Yeah.
But I really like to experience it, like, you know what I mean? After we write and stuff, just move. Don't listen to it.
Sure.
I don't want to hear it. I know it's good. We loved it when we did it. And I want to, when my friends call me and say, hey man, this is my song, it's my jam. I'm like, yeah, I'm listening to it too with you.
That's crazy.
I've always been like that, man.
Have you ever done this? So when I was doing the afternoon show at CFOX, Chad from Nickelback would send me songs, like not completed song, like completed enough. He just wanted to hear the mix and how it sounded on the radio. So I'd fucking play like 10-20 seconds of it.
No way.
Just so he could hear how it sounded on the radio.
That is awesome. Wow.
You ever done anything like that? Like, that's a great idea.
Never. I've never had a buddy. I've never had a
road
buddy
testing
that cool.
songs too. It's the best way, like for you to know if your songs work. Like, play them in your sets, man.
I have a very good friend, Johnny Dare, a radio DJ, famous radio DJ here. That you might know Johnny Dare. This is a gift from him and one of my other buddies. For my 50th birthday, my wife had a surprise party in Nashville after the Sevendust tour ended.
Okay.
And 90 of, I consider my closest friends, I mean, from around the world, Australia, as far as you could think, they were there. And they kept a secret for 3 months. And I said, you bunch of freaking liars. I love you all. But this was from Johnny Dare. Look at that. Johnny Dixon and Johnny Dare made this. It says, a man's friendships are one of the best measures of his worth. Happy 50th, LJ. It lights up. Picture of us on a motorcycle trip. That's a Desert Storm 50th anniversary 50 caliber pistol.
What?
Wow. And it's, yes, sir. I'll put him on in a minute. They're cutting the grass, so leave the dogs alone. Stop. So that was something that's very special. So I'm sorry, I'm in my man cave right now. I don't get to come in here a lot.
Yeah, not at all, man. Not at all.
So I just wanted to share that with you.
And what's touring like with your band, man? I'm sure it's morphed over the years, but like, what's it like now?
Crazy. It's great, man. You know, it's not like it was when we were kids, man. I tell you what, it's so fun. It's not like, you know, people probably think, man, you guys are on there burning, partying. You know what? It's movie night after the show.
Exactly.
Maybe Alter Bridge. So a lot of times it depends on the area that we're in or where we're at. I can watch a few Alter Bridge songs and I'm like, you know, they're great. I love them. We're going to be on tour with them forever. I could be at your local Applebee's or TGFI Fridays to get my food to go buy their fourth song. So I'm going to go do that. And I'm going to be back. And then John knows it's going to be movie night. So,
yeah.
We're in the back lounge watching a scary movie. You know, it's, you know, and we go to the gym. I know it'd be different this time. John, he's training right now for the New York Marathon. He just did the Boston Marathon and did incredible. So yeah, so everyone's kind of, we try to keep in shape, but I just turned 50 last year. And
yeah,
I'm the youngest in the band, so we definitely focus on staying healthy and getting back to the family in good condition and not being sick.
Yeah. Have you got any crazy like road stories? I was talking to Dean from Theory of a Deadman, the bass player.
Oh man, Gino! Oh, tell him I said hello. That's right. That's Canada, man. All right, man. I'll tell you what. I'm mad at Chad just a little bit because he just needs to take Sevendust back out on the road with them again, man. We have so much fun, and I love Chad. He is just the funniest brother. He's good. We were lucky enough. I happened to be off, and I think Daughtry's out on tour with them, and I think the Goo Goo Dolls or something like that. Okay. And they played Kansas, and Chad invited us out. And me and the wife. I got to bring. I think my daughter's like kindergarten teacher, and she was just like, I don't care about Sevendust. This is a Nickelback, and oh my God, Chris Daughtry. It was great, and we laughed and laughed. And Chad he's so generous. I remember him saying, yeah, man, you guys take off and just come on the jet and blah, blah, blah. You guys can go to the house. And I think, what was it? Sammy Hagar's his neighbor or something. And I'm like, wow, thanks. You know what I mean? Take us back out on tour. I want to go on tour with Nickelback again. Just always been just the coolest guys. And I love Theory of the Deadman too. Econoline Crush. I love that band growing up.
Oh, Econoline.
What is that?
This is Chad Kroeger's jacket.
No way.
Yeah, I was out partying with him one night, like a long time, like 15 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I constantly wear hoodies, right? I'm a hoodie, I'm a t-shirt, jeans, hoodie guy, right? But ball cap most times.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, dude, like, why do you always wear hoodies, man? I'm like,
I don't know why.
That's why. Like, I don't know. He's like, you got to have a nice jacket. And he gives me the jacket. I'm like, dude, I'm not taking your jacket. He's like, I'm not taking it back. It's yours now.
No way. What awesome.
So I tried to leave it, and he's like, threw it at me as I'm leaving at the end of the night. And so there you go. I have it. Yeah, he's a super generous guy, man. Yeah, man. Me and him are still trying to write a song, man, for my solo stuff. I hope that one of these days we have the time to get together to write, because I know we said we were going to do it. And I just know that that's going to be a magical experience together, man. Just some cool brothers writing some music. We'll get down. Yeah, he's got some songwriting chops. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, have you ever been to the house before in Canada? Yeah, many times. Yeah, Chad and I go back. So that's so cool. If you do talk to him, you tell him I said what's up and I miss him. I will, man. I will for sure. I do have his number, but I don't like to bother people. I'm the same way, man. You know what I mean? Last night I found some Nickelback rollies, and I texted him. Hey Chad, check out, Get Rolling. Haha. Here, check out what I found. He writes back, nice. There you are. It's awesome. But, right on. But you should, if you after this, you say, LJ told me to tell you he loves you. I will, man. In fact, I'll record this video part here and I'll send it to him. Back to real quick to the Dean and the Theory of a Deadman. Asking you if you've have any crazy road stories. So I'm talking to Dean, and he said that there was some girl that was like, that had hopped on one of the back of their semi trailers, the truck, they're driving all their shit from city to city. Yeah. Like not in the back of like the cab. She's hanging on the back of the actual trailer. No way to follow the band? Yeah, dude. Wow. Now
I'm telling you, he's topped it. We've never had anything crazy like
That's
that we know about, but that's scary. That's like
insane. Like that's fucking lose your yeah, man, lose your life. Like, really? You like the band that much? Like,
yeah,
holy
yeah,
shit.
she's at the show the next day, like,
Yeah, totally.
what? You guys made it? It's like, what?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Man, we got so many stories. I have let's see, anything creep. Oh, the one time, yeah, that our bus caught well, what tour were we on?
You
The
just
Cuddy
say
Sark
caught
tour.
fire?
The Cuddy Sark tour. And this is so weird that my wife now, she was my girlfriend, and she happened to be following the bus with her sister because for a whole like too long of a time for me, her sister would come and hang out. And if my wife was with me in a hotel at about 6:30 or 7 before the sun would go down, her sister would be like, let's go. I was like, what? Wait, what are you doing? So anyway, so my wife, she's my girlfriend. We were courting at the time. And I remember being asleep and we were driving and I heard this scream and it sounded like a woman screaming at the top of her lungs, but it was our bus driver. And I remember waking up and almost hitting my head and thinking that maybe we were getting robbed. I didn't know because just this scream and he was like, get off the bus, get off the bus. I'm like, no, what's going on? And I remember running down the hallway of the bus and poor Vinny's getting out of his bunk and he's hanging out of it, but he's in trying to get his glasses on. And he's moving too slow. So I remember just checking him and him falling down, wondering what's going on. But by the time I get up to the bus, I realized that the front tire had gone flat and it was so hot. I think we were somewhere in Texas. It caught a fire. So the tire was on fire and we had to jump across to get out of the bus. And it was funny. No, it wasn't funny. We were all safe, but we made it on MTV. We were in a Walmart parking lot and Sevendust. It was like the band Sevendust. It was on, if you can look it up, it was an MTV clip and the bus is on fire.
I'm
Just
Kurt
in front of
Loder.
it.
Holy shit,
Sevendust
Dust is on
They
fire.
put it out, but we're sitting out there. I remember Gabe, rest his soul, he was our head of security, and he had his shirt off. And this guy's just a monster. He's smoking a cigarette on an interview. He's like, just had to take care of the bosses. You can't make it up, but we're all safe. Yeah, and there's so many more stories like that.
Dude.
That
Yeah. I mean, you've been doing it since what? Like, when did your band form? Like in '94? Almost coming up.
Yeah,
freaking years.
97, yeah, 97. And there's definitely some stories that I would get in trouble if I told. So
yeah, fair enough.
That was some good ones.
I'm curious of your first concert that you went to, and like, what do you remember about that?
Oh man, wow. So that's funny. I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. And I remember, this might be odd to people, but if you remember the group New Edition.
Oh yeah.
The Municipal Auditorium, which is still there in Nashville. We've never played it, but we played everywhere else in Nashville. It's a very, very old arena. I think I might have been like 12 or something, and my parents allowed me to go to that concert. It was New Edition, Bobby Brown, because he had his solo thing, but he would still get up for New Edition. And I'll be sure, I remember it like it was yesterday. My parents let me go. We got to walk across the bridge to go because we lived right down on the opposite side. And it just, those type of things changed my life, man. I knew from just a kid that I wanted to do what I'm doing. I don't know. It just felt magic to me then. It still feels magic to me now. It's something that feeling will never leave as far as music goes for me. It's like a superhero sometimes when you get ready to put on that gear, you know what I mean? And you put on that, like Chad gave you that jacket, you know what I mean? He puts on that black shirt and those black pants and you know what I mean? To me, that's even when I was a kid growing up in church and would play, I couldn't wait to wear like the one red robe with the gold, or what Sunday did we get to wear that blue one, because it's going to make me sing better, So things like that still keep me fresh and fun, I think, man. The whole fact of being an entertainer, I love.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some fan questions here, bud.
Oh yeah, I love it. Let's do this.
Yeah, man, I got a shit ton, and I don't want to take up too much of your time here, but Wanda wants to know, ask him if he's working on a documentary, maybe compiling some tour videos, behind the scenes stuff. Maybe he's writing a book in the future.
Oh wow! Well, actually, they'll be doing some stuff like that. There'll be a videographer on this next tour. But I have also been asked about writing a book. I don't know if I'm ready to yet. I really but would people want it? That's what I don't want to be the guys like, yeah, man, it's about me, and then 3 copies get sold, and I'm like, I suck, or you know. No, but that's a good question. No, that's something definitely in the future that I would definitely love to indulge myself in, and to tell the story, not just about me and my life, but the people that I've met along on this journey that have changed my life. So yes, that's something I will do.
Nice, nice. I love this one. Mark writes, Hit Parader magazine put Lajon at top 100 metal vocalists of all time, number 35. Does he think that's fair, or should he be higher up the list?
I think that I used to be 66, bitch. So listen, it's a true story. Before they did that, it was 66. And so Yoshi, our head of security, and I remember Reagan, my drum tech, for years and years, whenever I would come in or walk in, they'd be like, 66, bitch, because that was the numbers.
Yeah.
So 35 is great. And let me tell you, Mark, just to answer that question, just for me to be anywhere on that list with so many incredible amazing artists. It's just amazing for me. I take that I thank you very much. 35, 100, or whatever. I'm just glad that I'm on that list. It would be cool if they want to keep going and put me higher and higher. Hey, I'm fine with that too. Just don't take me off.
Maybe Truth Killer push that up. Who would you
go.
put like top 5? And I know you probably,
I don't know.
This might change every day.
I'll put Miles up. I'll put Miles up there, like Maynard. I have to think about that for a while.
Yeah.
There's some more, there's definitely some more, but it's hard. There's so many great singers out there. I love Lizzie's voice, Lizzie Hale. I think she's
great.
top
She's
ranger.
been on here 3-4 times on this podcast.
Yeah, she's my sister. I think she's a top ringer up there. But yeah, there's a lot of great singers. There's a lot of new bands out there that I'm freaking loving, that I'm figuring out, like that Sleep Token band. I freaking love them.
Oh yeah.
Came home from a tour. It was kind of weird when I got here, because I could tell that the family was getting ready to ask for something. I couldn't tell what it was. They knew I just got home, and they know how I am. I like to kind of decompress, and they're like, "We want to go to a concert." I'm like, "Cool, well, y'all have fun." They're like, "We want you to take us." And I was like, "What's going on? Who?" Like everybody, mom, dad, the daughter, the son. I'm like, "What concert?" I'm like, "I ain't Taylor Swift or anything." They're like, "No, Bad Omens." I said, "What?" They were like, Bad Omens. I was like, "Okay, I like that band. I've heard 2 songs on the radio." I took my kids and the wife to that show. They knew more of the songs than I knew. Nice. And it just it made me happy to see that they indulge in the stuff that that I love, the avenue that I go down, without me even knowing it. You know what I mean? It's like, I come back home. My daughter, she turned 15. She got her car and stuff because they can drive here and, to go to work and to school. And we went up to practice with the son, and I could hear her she's got a Fender system in her car. I'm like, "This is very nice." And I could hear it boom, 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 boom. So I'm videotaping as I'm walking over. I'm like, "What are you listening to?" And she's like, "Sleep Token." I'm like, this is cool. The kids are going in the right direction. And aside listening to all the music, and she did say the other day, what she said, "You know what? I love Taylor Swift and everything, but I wouldn't expect you guys to pay that much money for a ticket." And I was like, wow, we must be doing something right. I'm like, that's very,
That's insane, man. Like $3,000 for a fucking ticket, like $120 for parking in Seattle for that show.
Are you kidding? And then I get you playing 4 or 5 hours and everything, but what about those kids that can't do that? What about those kids that love you that can't? And we know that you made $1 billion afterward. It's got to be a leeway.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
But hey, but God bless you. She's great and everyone loves it. But I just thought that was really cool for my daughter to be like, "We got the CD and we bought all the stuff. And, if it comes around again, it's a little cheaper, then I'll do it." But at 15, she's realizing she's making her own money. She has a job. She's like, "That's just too much." I'm like, "Okay, wow. All right.
I'm right. Yeah.
There you go. I guess I'll take you to wherever else you want to go then."
Totally. Chad says, what's he been binge watching lately?
Wow, what a good question. Man, I'm old school. I wake up and I watch like Family Matters,
Yeah.
my 90 Day Fiance, my damn wife. No, Love After Lockup. My wife's got me watching that. I'm just like, it's a train wreck. And so, you always watch those type of shows. I like to watch scary movies too. So I don't watch them normally in the house. So when I leave, like tomorrow, we'll go to the lake house, the lake condo,
Yeah.
and on every TV, it'll be a scary movie on because I don't want to open up no doors.
Yeah. Nice. How about sports? You watch much sports or
Oh my God. I could take you downstairs to my house downstairs and it's a tribute to the Chiefs. I have a Patrick Mahomes signed helmet, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, and
nice?
several of their jerseys down there too. Yeah, I'm a sports guy. Actually, at my bar right now, let's see, I got a Lynn Dawson.
No way.
Yeah, that's a good one, right?
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
that actually, man, I have this incredible fan that comes out and brings me this type of stuff. This is I don't even know who this kid is. This is a rookie, but these are, I do all the sports stuff. I got it everywhere around the
And
house.
they're all
Oh
signed and
shoot.
shit too.
Yeah, let me show you this. Oh man, I forgot
Wow.
one of my best friends in the world is James Shields. Big Game James played baseball for the Royals. Let's see, the Padres when he stopped, when he retired. In the Rays, I met him with Johnny Damon. But anyway, I got to put this in a frame. Got some of his shoes. I got his bats and stuff. But this right here is a specialty shirt. Thank you. This is an All-Star game. It's signed to me, but this is his nickname on the back, and that's when he played with the Sox. So yeah, can you see me?
Insane, man.
Yeah, man. Man. Let me see. If I thought about it, I could. If we had time, I would show you so much stuff. Let's see right here. There's something signed right here.
It's in sports, but I want to show you these.
Let me see.
These were on Vinnie Paul's snare after he passed away.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, those brothers were very close with Sevendust and me. Vinnie Paul, that is the weirdest thing you just said that I got chill bumps. He would do something that was so crazy that no one else, him and Dime, they would bring me shoes. So my first pair of rattlesnake boots were from Vinny and Dime. And then rest his soul, Dime, we lost his life. But then after that, Vinny would always bring me a pair of shoes when he would come see me. So I have a pair of one of those expensive shoes. They got spikes on and they're black. I got a white Stetson cowboy hat that Vinny gave me that's upstairs in my bedroom right now that just that's another. Those brothers were generous too. And for you to have those sticks, how amazing. Wow.
Yeah, it was a buddy, mutual buddy of ours, named Chico, who's the drummer in Biff Naked.
Oh no! Wait, are you serious? Biff Nack, the girl singer.
Yeah, man. And so Chico went down, and he knew I'm like I think I was like the second to last person to interview Vinny before he passed.
No way, man.
Like I literally talked to him, and like 2 months later, he died.
How unfortunate! Wow, that's crazy.
And yeah, so Chico knew that I was a huge fan. I'm a drummer myself, and so he picked these up. We went down, and fuck, man, I'm blown away.
Yeah, me too, man. Just you think about that, and you think about the brothers that we've lost over this time. It's kind of crazy to think that they were so young and
crazy,
just crazy young. With I'm happy that at least the Pantera thing is going out there and they're paying homage to that energy that those brothers created. Definitely a movement in our music. So wow, really cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that with me. I'm sorry.
Not at all, man.
We have time next time for something. Let's do this again. I will show you some crazy stuff. We do the same.
Totally, yeah. All right, I'll wrap it up here, man. I really appreciate your time, Lajon. Thank you for jumping on the Toddcast here in Vancouver, Canada.
Well, I can't wait to get back to Vancouver and Canada, period. I love it everywhere in Canada. How close are you to Nova Scotia?
Nowhere near, on the other coast.
Okay.
other side of the country,
All right,
man.
that just shows you. That just shows you. I'm not.
Like,
I just love it all.
like I think I don't know, 8 or 10 hour flight away.
Oh no way! A flight that long?
Oh, dude, it's a long, like 6 hours from Vancouver to Toronto flight.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for hooking me up on my geographical.
Yeah. Congrats on Truth Killer, man. Can't wait for Friday. Can't wait to hear the whole
Thank
thing. Your band's easy to find on social media. Just simply Sevendust.
It's easy, man. Thank you for taking the time to do this. I love chatting with you, man, and enjoy the family. And I'll see you soon, brother.
Yeah, I'll message you to get you a shirt, man, and some of my merch. I got
right.
shit to send you.
Please do it. Tell Chad I said I miss him and hit me up. I love him.
I will, man. Thanks again. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too, brother.
Cheers, bud.